welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Geekly News for the week of September 21st, 2018. My name is Brian Cambriello. His name is Mike Tessmacher.
Hey.
And we are going to be breaking down the best geeky news stories from the week. A little bit of Netflix news, a little bit of Disney streaming service news, a little bit of Fox Marvel news.
Yeah, definitely.
Captain Marvel. A lot of good stuff.
A lot of tasty treats.
But first, as always, we'd love to give a big shout out to the guys at Geeked Up Comics and Games, located in beautiful, sunny North Massapequa, New York, for letting us record here every week. They're super nice. Big ups to those guys.
Yes, come get your books and your figures and your collectibles.
Absolutely.
Geeked Up. Shout out to you guys.
And if you want to follow us here at Geeklirious, everything is in the description down below. Mm-hmm. We have Facebook, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got YouTube.
Yep.
So, yeah, find us.
Yeah, no Tumblr yet.
Do you want to do a Tumblr?
Let us know if we should do a Tumblr. If someone requests it, we'll do it.
Dude, Tumblr is weird. I don't know.
I've never used it.
It's the weird side of the internet. It's like, you know when you go into the mall and you go into Spencer's and you're like, okay, some cool stuff. Oh, hey, they got some paraphernalia. They got, weed stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, boobies. And then you get into, like, the dildos. That's the part of the, like, if regular social media is, like, the front part of Spencer's, Tumblr is, like, the back part of Spencer's with, like, the really weird
the edible
stuff.
Underwear. And...
Yeah. Vibrating machines and all that good stuff.
I mean, what's wrong with a massage?
Nothing's wrong with a massage. Just saying.
Stop being prude. So we got a bunch of good news for you guys this week.
Absolutely. So, yeah, without further ado, let's start breaking it down. Okay, so in no particular order this week.
Well, sort of
in order. I always try to keep a general order. We're going to talk about some streaming service stuff. That work out?
Yeah. What was the DC streaming service? DC Universe, right?
DC Universe.
Should have been called Streamiverse.
Streamiverse. It doesn't roll off the tongue too well.
Or the Super Stream.
The Super Stream. Don't cross the streams.
No, you don't. That's what happened, and then Ben Affleck quit, and so did Henry Cavill.
What?
They crossed the streams.
Yeah, right. So, who here likes Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I do.
Do you? I've watched a little bit of it.
I mean, strictly the animated show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we're getting a live-action Netflix series, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not a single movie. It's like a series, like a.
It looks to be a series.
Okay. Yeah. So.
At least I would hope so.
So Netflix is continuing their. You good?
Yeah.
Netflix is continuing their run of porting over animated anime stuff into live action films. They did it with Death Note, and now they did Bleach and Full Metal Alchemist.
Speaking of that, I watched Bleach last night.
The live action?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you think?
You know what? Not too shabby, if I do say so.
Better than the Death Note?
Yeah, because the Death Note one just whitewashed everything.
Right.
Where Bleach, they were actually in Japan and Japanese people. So that was, it wasn't great. It was like a rushed, let's combine 50 episodes, probably more, in an hour and 45 minutes. So there is that.
Okay.
But, you know what? Not too bad.
Well, that gives me a bit of hope then for this Avatar series.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix is weird like that. Sometimes they have some really good stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes
not so much. You know?
What's that Cloverfield Paradox movie they put out?
Yeah, how was that? No.
It bombed, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did.
Which sucks because they had such a cool, like a marketing thing with the Super Bowl ad dropping and like nobody knew about it. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then it sucked. But yeah, so obviously people all over the internet were hesitant about this news, because the only live action version of this to come out was the M. Night Shyamalan movie, and that movie is pretty much unanimously panned as being terrible. Like, it's just not good.
They did so much weird, unnecessary stuff, like changing people's names.
Yeah, and the pronunciations.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a little bit of it, and I remember they kept calling him Ong instead of Aang. Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you just call him Aang? Why do you gotta change that? Like, nobody was like, hey, it's pronounced Aang. Maybe we should, call him Aang. Seems like an easy thing.
And that's like one of the small parts. But I will say about that movie, like, the effects were pretty dope in it. But that's about it. That movie was trash besides that. But, hopefully with this, I don't know if it's gonna completely follow, like, the Aang story. We don't know yet. No. I don't think we know too much about yet. So let's see if it's actually, does it have something to do with that, or is it a new Avatar, or, well, I guess we'll have to find out.
Yes, very interesting. We'll keep you updated. So, and then keeping with streaming service news, Streamiverse. So, Loki and Scarlet Witch are set to have limited run series on the new Disney streaming service.
Interesting.
Which is cool. And adding to that news to make it even better, Tom Hiddleston and Elizabeth Olsen are set to reprise their roles as Loki and Scarlet Witch, respectively.
And it says limited, right?
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
It's probably going to be 6 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like around there. I don't think it's going to be like a full 13 episode season like Daredevil, or I'm feeling more like a Sherlock-esque type of thing where it's like maybe like 4 longer episodes, something like that.
Yeah. If that's the case, I'm completely with that. I want to see more of those characters, so why not? It'll be weird how they set up, because what happened to Loki, so this is going to be something in the past?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how far back they're going.
Yeah.
I would like to see maybe some of Scarlet Witch as maybe like right before they were captured by the Russians or whatever it was in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
The Sokovians.
The Sokovians? Is that who it was?
Well, yeah, they were in Sokovia.
Okay. I don't know. I'm bad with geography. Anyway, sorry for offending you, Sokovians and or
pretty
Russians.
Much like that.
They're Eastern European.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like that's where they're gonna go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I feel like if it was showing more of her with Vision, I feel like they would have advertised it more as a Vision and Scarlet Witch thing. So yeah, essentially I think that a Loki and Scarlet Witch thing would definitely work. I'd like to see more of those characters.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till we figure out more. I'm interested though if they show more of Scarlet Witch, like her past with Quicksilver. Is he coming back?
That could be cool. That would be an awesome cameo because we didn't get to see much of him.
Very true. Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
And then Loki, I feel like they have so much range of where they can place him.
And he's been around for like hundreds of thousands of years, so they could put him in any time.
Exactly. Yeah. Alright, so moving on. So something super cool that I just discovered, which apparently happened a couple weeks ago, but I completely missed it, was that Wolverine, The Long Night, that Stitcher Marvel team-up thing, the podcast, it's now available for free. So if you are a fan of, like, radio dramas or podcasts with, like, storylines and stuff like that,
It's very old school. Like, I remember they used to do, like, that used to be, like, a popular thing, like, on radios, where they would do those radio dramas and all that stuff.
Absolutely. Like, War of the Worlds.
Yeah, and people thought it was real, and they were building their bunkers. So, yeah, everyone built their man caves and listen to some of that. I want to listen.
I listened to, as the recording of this podcast, there are 3 episodes. I guess they're by chapters. Chapter 1 through 3 I listened to.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. Mm-hmm. I can't wait till the next episode comes out, because I blew through them. They're about half an hour each. They have some commercials and stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of advertisements for Stitcher and Stitcher Premium. And then, you know, every so often they take, like, I think halfway through they'll take a break and do, like, a sponsor type thing. But, you know, if you're, I'm on the Apple podcast and there's, like, a skip 15 seconds button, I just go boop, 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 and then, you know, I'm back to it.
Oh, man, such a rebel.
But yeah, no, it's really good. It's like it's almost like a, like a mystery, like a murder mystery type thing. There's a boat, a crew of sailors get completely slaughtered by something with claws, and it's presumed to be Wolverine.
Uh-oh.
But we don't know. See, my theory is that it's Sabretooth.
Yeah. Could be.
Could be. I don't know. Could be Sabretooth.
Could be Dakin, or could be X-23.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Those are all people I don't know too much about, so I just kind of went into the well and was like, Sabretooth.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we actually, in the 3 episodes I've listened to, we haven't even met Wolverine yet. It's from the perspective of these 2 agents. They're like special. They say they're special agents, but they know more than your average, like, FBI agent, I feel like, would. I think they maybe S.H.I.E.L.D.-esque. I don't know if it's S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, I'm not quite sure how far back it is in the timeline. Anyway, but regardless, super cool. Go listen to it. It used to cost money. Now it's free. Free stuff is cool. Get your free stuff.
And I also think, I don't know if Wolverine's going to be in it, because if it's using the continuity of the comics, and in the comics he's not around. So
right,
there's a whole thing with that. So he might not even make an appearance. Kind of like the Hunt for Wolverine stuff that's going into the comics now. So that's interesting. I need to hear more.
They talk about him, and they do like flashbacks, and you hear him speak and stuff. But, like, in the present time, the agents haven't run into him yet. I feel like they will eventually, though.
Probably not.
They found his cabin.
Yeah.
So, a lot of empty whiskey bottles, and apparently he was naked stripping a deer at some point.
That sounds like Logan.
Sounds like, right?
Yeah. Or me.
Or Mike. Yeah. Mike tends to strip down deers in his spare time, buck naked in his front yard.
Buck naked, I get what you did there.
You see that? Okay, some book news. Who doesn't love books?
We read books.
So if you are if you are a fan of the the Game of Thrones series, if you follow the writings,
Song of Fire and Ice.
Yes, the Song of Fire. Well, I was mentioning the TV series on HBO. But the book series is called The Song of Fire and Ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I did have that right then. George R.R. Martin said that the next book coming out, Winds of Winter, will be, in quotes, very complex.
Yes. Actually, I have more of a quote.
Ooh, I love quotes.
Going to set is this. I wish I'd been done 4 years ago, but I'm slow, the writer says, the Winds of Winter. So he's just a very slow writer.
Okay. And I know that. How do the TV how is the TV show compared to the books? Or is it like The Walking Dead, where it's completely gone off the rails?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Pretty much. They change a lot of stuff. A lot, because I think in the books, Daenerys hasn't even been to Westeros yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have all the books that are out, but I only finished the first one.
Mm-hmm. They're long, right?
Yeah, they're like super long. And not even like long, but just dense. A lot of information.
Right. That was like Ready Player One for me. It took me forever to finish that. Which I finally did, but I'll talk about that more on our main show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you are a fan of the Game of Thrones or the Song of Fire and Ice series, then that's good news for you
and
guys.
It would have come out probably earlier if, he wasn't like putting input on the show and stuff. So
that's true, yeah.
Although I don't know how much input he's really putting in.
Well, it's that, and it's also like interviews and stuff too. He's become kind of a celebrity.
Yeah,
definitely. Much like, I guess, like J.K. Rowling. When she after she made the Harry Potter books, like everybody knows who J.K. Rowling is.
Yeah. What was that comic that he wrote into?
The Woody Woody?
Yeah, I think it might be Fantastic Four. There's an issue where he wrote in like a fan letter, and they actually posted it in the back of the comic. It's really
cool.
I think it's Fantastic Four, probably, but could be X-Men as well. But
that's really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah, it actually goes for quite a bit of money now if you have it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I do, but interesting. All right, and then we got 2 trailers. This is a very large news week
for all you.
So I'll start off with the Doctor Who trailer, just so we can keep the Marvel stuff together. Mm. But so if you're a fan of Doctor Who, you know that October 7th, it's coming back.
Yeah,
we have our 13th Doctor. It's going to be a woman for the first time in the series, played by the lovely Jodie Whittaker. And we've only seen a little bit of her so far. At the end of the last season, Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor regenerated, and very, very, very briefly, we saw a little bit of Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. And, in typical Doctor Who fashion, she crashed in the TARDIS and was flying through space, and that's pretty much just how it ended on a cliffhanger like that. That's typically how the new season starts, some kind of crazy nonsense. So we got a bit of a longer trailer that just came out, and it's really good. I like the feel of it. It's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not only did they get a new Doctor, they got a new showrunner too. Oh. Which unfortunately I don't know the name off the top of my head. I used to know it. But so it used to be a guy by the name of Stephen Moffat who also did Sherlock.
Yeah.
And it was Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss, who you may know as Sherlock's brother, Mycroft from Sherlock. He was also in a couple Doctor Who episodes as well.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So, them two together were writing Doctor Who for the longest time. Now we have a new showrunner, who's, right... So, it looks a lot different.
Yeah.
You have the same showrunner for so long, you start to get used to the way they film things and the way they direct things and the way they write things, that it almost looks like a completely different show. Like if someone, if a year ago someone showed me the trailer of that show and they clipped out all the parts of the TARDIS and was like, "Hey, look at this new sci-fi show," I'd be like, "Oh wow, look at that!" Would have no idea it's Doctor Who because it looks so different. Yeah. But from what I did see of it, it looks good. Excited to see more of it.
Do you feel like it's trying to try to appease a more mass audience, or at all? Or is it just different?
It's just different. It doesn't seem to have... I didn't notice anything too drastic, but just camera angles. Sometimes just a look and feel.
Yeah.
We're talking just colors and contrast and the way sets are laid out. Just different directors have different styles. Yeah. And it's noticeable. I noticed it immediately. I was like, wow, that does not look like Stephen Moffat's work. So,
yeah, hopefully it turns out good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Can't wait. And then, following that up, we had the first Captain Marvel trailer.
Yes.
Which is awesome. Starts out, and she crash lands into a blockbuster.
Yeah. Last week we were talking about the pictures.
That's right.
And they looked good and stuff, but we were saying, like, let's see it in action. And now we did, and oh man, does it look good.
I'm excited.
Yeah. You get to see a lot of her teammates. You get to hear Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, he narrates it, right? He's the voiceover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does the, like, I guess the trailer monologue.
Yeah. Which is a common thing nowadays in, like, I feel like Marvel and
when
Star
you got
Wars,
Samuel L. Jackson on your roster, use him every way. Like, why isn't he doing all of the monologues for every trailer? But yeah.
And because it takes place in the past, Samuel L. Jackson looking young.
Looking good.
Looking good.
Yes. Straight out of Pulp Fiction. Yeah. So much in the trailer. You get to see her crash land on Earth. Or at least something crash lands in a blockbuster.
That wasn't her? I thought it was her because she came out of the wreckage. I think it was,
but I just didn't want to, like, definitively say that was her. I think it was.
I'm pretty sure they showed her, like, getting out of the wreckage in the blockbuster in the trailer, if I'm not mistaken. But it moves very fast, so it's hard to catch every little thing. I watched it twice now. You said you've watched it like 3 or 4 times, right?
Yeah, definitely 3 times. Probably,
you know who used to do some? I don't know if they still do it or not, but IGN. I'm not a huge fan of them because I don't think that their business practices are too great. But no, they're shady. I can go a whole thing with them.
Oh, with the whole copying.
Oh, that too. But the way they score games, I think they get paid off by some of the larger companies.
Interesting. We'll have to have a debate about that eventually.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just speculation on my part, though. Story. But they used to do this thing called Rewind Theater.
Yeah.
And where they used to have a team break down every scene in the trailer.
They don't do that anymore?
That's the thing. I haven't seen it in the longest time. Oh. But to be honest, I also haven't looked for it. But I think I was still subscribed to them at that time, so I think I unsubscribed.
I don't think I'm subscribed to the main IGN. I think I'm just subscribed to the PlayStation part of it.
Okay. That's really all you need, right?
That and GameScoop. GameScoop's really good too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's the kind of thing you need for this trailer. You need a breakdown because everything moves so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did like those trailers. But there's other people that do that stuff.
You ever see Emergency Awesome on YouTube?
No, I've heard of it.
Highly recommend Emergency Awesome. He's very good at breaking down trailers and breaking down episodes of TV shows and getting he's very good with Doctor Who, and he does it for Flash and a lot of other like Marvel shows, Daredevil, stuff like that.
So what makes you excited for Captain Marvel in particular?
To be honest, I didn't think this trailer was that great.
No?
Not that it wasn't bad, but it didn't get me excited for it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not super well versed in the character. I don't know Carol Danvers or Captain Marvel. I mean, I know they're one and the same, but I don't know the human side or whatever. Is she an alien? Is she a human? I have no idea what she is.
She has the DNA of the Kree.
Okay.
Yeah,
so she's kind of like Star-Lord, where she's like half human kind of thing?
Sort of, yeah. It's hard to say exactly what they're going to do for the movie, so we don't know exactly how they're
Maybe she's Star-Lord's sister.
But it does look like they're going into, like, her losing her memories and stuff. Like, I know that's a big deal about her in the comics. Like, she lost a lot of her memories.
Yeah. That was a big part of the trailer. She was, like, I have memories of this place. And...
Yeah. Man, I would love to see Rogue get her powers and stuff, right? Like she did in the comics. That'd be awesome.
That would be very cool. But so Captain Marvel trailer looks pretty good.
I like it.
I'm not super excited, but that could just be because I'm not, like I said before, well versed in Captain Marvel.
I think that's the exciting thing, because you weren't well versed in Guardians before that came out.
That's true.
And then...
But the Guardians trailer excited me for the movie. The Captain Marvel trailer did not. So there's a give and take with that as well.
Okay.
But I'm still open-minded with it. I didn't say it looked bad.
No.
It just didn't get me hyped.
Interesting, yeah.
But, there's been plenty of movies where I wasn't hyped on the first trailer, and then I got hyped on the second. I think the biggest one for me was Justice League. I didn't like the first trailer they released for it. I liked the second trailer a lot more, and I got more hyped for that movie.
Yeah, they didn't show a lot of her fighting anyone, so I want to see how that works out, how you really see her using those powers and stuff. See how really... I want to see her, like, flying around.
Yeah.
Really doing some cool
this
stuff.
is definitely more of, like, an introduction trailer. I feel like they're going to drop some bigger bombshells in the next one. Some more juicy footage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the last one is arguably the biggest news of the week. It was announced that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios are going to take the lead on the new Fox properties that Marvel just obtained, or Disney obtained.
Yeah.
So that's Deadpool, Fantastic Four, and X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, just confirming what we've been talking about forever, pretty much. We got to see how they're going to use the X-Men and all that. I have faith in Marvel not to just throw them in there, take their time with introducing characters and stories, because they got so much going on right now. To introduce them like this soon would be weird, but give it a few years, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be crazy if, like, Infinity War ends and we get something like that, because we've been thinking about Fantastic Four, and if they're going to introduce them, there's so much stuff that they can do with that. It's crazy.
You know Boss Logic?
Yeah, I do.
He posted an awesome little piece of fan art today on Instagram, and it was just the Avengers logo, the A, with 2019.
Yeah.
And then the Wolverine claw marks through it. And I'm like, ooh, that's dope.
Yeah, Boss Logic is always killing it.
Very simple, very subtle, but just like, that would be so sick.
And you could totally see that, like, being a thing. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
No, he's so talented.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yep.
So, this is pretty much stuff we already knew, but it's good to have it confirmed.
Yeah, and knowing it's in Kevin Feige's hands and that's confirmed, like, that's good. That's good. I like that. Good decisions over there at Marvel and Disney.
Yeah, Disney's been doing some pretty good work lately.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, last episode we did our 2018. And we talked about all the movies, and almost every single movie on that list, I think, except for Deadpool 2, which now is pretty much Disney, was Disney.
Yeah, and I wish it wasn't, in a way, because I do like diversity, and I want DC to kill it, and I want Image to make some awesome movies, and, like, I want to see more of it, but I'm happy that Marvel, the stuff I grew up with, at least, my favorite heroes, Captain America and stuff.
Right.
It's a dream. It's just really nice. I can't get over it. Every time I see a new one, I'm like, I'm not used to it yet. I still love these movies because it's so crazy to see actual good Marvel movies out.
I know. We've come a long way.
Yeah.
But, honestly, Disney... Marvel just been killing it as of late.
Yeah.
Disney, with every single one of their Pixar and Disney animation films, have killed it. Not a single bad one in, like, the past, like, 8 years, something like that.
They have a formula, and
it works.
Whatever it is, it works. It works for me, at least. I mean, some people might not like it, but I don't know. I couldn't see it being any other way, like, at this point. Interesting. Really good stuff, and I'm excited for Captain Marvel, at least. Yeah. And I saw that thing, like, in one day, it got, like, 20 million views, and Aquaman got 20 million views in 1 month. So it's like...
Yeah, no.
It's ridiculous.
And Aquaman, I think, is arguably the more famous of the two superheroes.
Yeah.
I mean, Aquaman's definitely I think.
Yeah.
I'm the more famous name.
Yeah, especially with Jason Momoa.
Like if I went,
a more famous person.
Exactly.
Than Brie Larson and stuff.
Like if I went to my mom right now, who knows the basics of comics, and I went, "Hey, Mom, do you know Aquaman?" She'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you know Captain Marvel?" She'd be like, "Who?"
I know Captain America.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know. I know Captain Planet. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, no. So Marvel's killing it. Disney's killing it.
Yeah,
super
and
cool.
now your mom will know Captain Marvel because I think
yeah,
it's really good for women, especially to see a great. Because I hated Wonder Woman, so to really see a really good one is important.
I agree. All right, well, that about wraps it up for the Geekly News.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're listening on iTunes, don't forget to hit that 5-star.
5-star frog splash.
You know, drop us a review. You know, a little comment, be like, "Oh, you guys are so cool."
Comment. You can also, tweet at us.
Yeah, share us around if you like the show. It's a big help.
Facebook page.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Any of that is helpful.
Yes, very much so. So, as always, thank you guys so much for listening every week. We appreciate it, and we'll see you on Monday for a brand new episode of Geeklirious.
Yes.
All right. Take care, guys. Peace. Bye.